The food companies engineer addictions, I believe, into many of the foods.
The food industry is multi-billions, tens of billions of dollars, and they have the wherewithal and the science resources to really identify very carefully what appeals to the average consumer. And as a result of that, they can use these chemical derivatives to create these concoctions which really taste quite good and can have an addictive component.
MSG is in 80% of all flavored foods that you get at a restaurant, that you get at a grocery store. It makes you want to eat more, but it does something else. It actually excites a part of your brain that's in charge of the fat programs. The chemical of MSG excites the brain, and due to that excitation, your body activates the fat programs and gets fatter. And everybody knows this. Like scientists know this, everybody knows this, and no one's saying anything. How do I know everybody knows this? Well, when you want to study obesity and you want to study a fat mouse, you've got to make a mouse fat, because mice aren't fat. So the way you make a mouse fat is you feed them MSG. And there's even a term for it, MSG obesity-induced mice. If you do a search for MSG obesity-induced mice, you'll see tons of research reports where they talk about, well, the protocol was we made the mouse fat, feeding them this much MSG, blah, 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 and then we studied this, and the other thing. They're not studying that, that's the protocol for making a mouse fat, is feeding them MSG. And this is in 80% of modern day foods.
A food, let's say a processed refined sugar food or a soda, it will deliver something, a biochemical change in your brain. It will make you momentarily uplifted or momentarily happy. And people get used to that feeling, and they want to slam cookies or cake or soda to get that momentary feeling of feeling elated. But then that feeling very quickly drops off, and you're left empty. You know, where's the food? Where's the nutrients? Where are the things that the body and the mind really crave? And the answer, from the food company's point of view, is to go back and buy another can.
If I was in the food industry, what am I looking to do? I want to sell you more food. That's all I want to do. Now, how can I do that? I can manipulate the chemical structure of their food so that it now becomes not fulfilling, but empty, but gives the impression when they very first ingest it that it is the most fulfilling thing they've ever had.
Nothing else does it in your brain quite like a Diet Cola. And that's because there's a deadly combination there of aspartame and caffeine. And those two together create a very unique blend of excitotoxin that kills off brain cells. But before they die, they have this excitement that's like a buzz. So what you find with the Diet Cola addicts is that they'll drink sometimes a liter, 2 liters a day, and particularly women do it as a way to keep their weight down. They don't eat, they just have the next buzz of Diet Colas.
Aspartame causes formaldehyde buildup in the brain. It causes frontal lobe inflammation.
Migraines can be a common one, visual disturbances.
Symptoms that mimic multiple sclerosis. There's headaches, there's neurologic problems.
Seizures in more serious cases.
Cognitive problems, and can in fact lead to different types of cancers.
Actually, most pilots are aware that they can't drink diet sodas because it's well recognized within the pilot association that you just don't drink this because it can really cause severe aberrations in your vision that will potentially lead to problems with your flying. If you look at the studies that examined the toxicity of aspartame done by Dr. Walton, of the 90 studies that were done that showed that there was no side effects from aspartame, over 90% of those were funded by industry. And you have almost the same number of other studies that were independently funded, finding the exact reverse, 90% of them showing problems with it.
Some of the artificial sweeteners have been proven not only to have horrific side effects over a long period of use, but they cause carbohydrate cravings. So when somebody has a diet drink and they're wondering why they're not getting thin and why they're craving even more carbohydrates, is because those substances have been very, very carefully designed, not to help you. They're into just selling and marketing.
So yeah, there's 0 calories in diet soda, but studies have shown that if you drink diet soda, within a couple of years you will be fatter than when you first started drinking the diet soda.
Unfortunately, when a food additive like aspartame or any artificial sweetener is manufactured, the process of getting approval is really the manufacturer, the company that's making it, is the one that funds the studies. And those are the studies that are submitted to the regulatory agency to provide approval. So it's not this independent third-party objective evaluation that's being done, like most people's impression. I think most people believe the FDA actually has their own scientists that do this analysis, but that nothing could be further from the truth. It basically evaluates the studies that the industry submits that they funded.
So we know that the food companies realize that many of their ingredients are very addictive. And, you know, the tobacco companies did it for decades. They're still doing it. If you addict a customer, you have a customer for life. Food companies do much the same thing with different chemicals. It's not nicotine, it's the MSG, it's the processed sugars, it's the aspartame, it's these other chemicals. But it's the same idea. It's just like selling cigarettes. You're selling food that's harmful, and you want people to keep coming back, so you put in those chemicals that make them want it again and again. The marketing essentially lies to you because it presents you with this image of a can of soda, let's say, and it doesn't tell you what's in the can. What it says is that this can, if you drink it, it's going to bring you these benefits by association. You're going to be cool. You're going to be sexy. You're going to be happy. You're going to be surrounded by friends wearing skimpy bikinis or whatever their message happens to be. This is a lie. The truth is, if you drink that soda, you're going to lose bone mineral density because of the phosphoric acid it contains. If it's a diet soda, you may suffer neurological problems due to the chemical sweeteners. And if it's not a diet soda, it probably is made with high fructose corn syrup in North America and elsewhere around the world, and that's going to promote diabetes, type 2, and obesity. So, you know, on one hand, here's the promise, you're going to be sexy and popular and cool, but in reality, you're going to be obese and miserable and unhealthy and sick. The marketers are telling you this, but what they deliver is this.